Welcome back to another episode of Technical Analysis, everybody. This is your host, Buddha, and in this video, we are going to take a look at Fibonacci extension levels to understand a potential targets that we can have on top of our charts. In the previous videos, we talked about the Fibonacci retracement levels, and in this video, we are going to specifically talk about the Fibonacci extension levels to understand the targets that we can have on top of our chart. This tool is basically used to determine the targets, the potential reversals for the downside or the upside. So why don't we straight up jump into it? So the first thing that we're going to take a look at is going to be on the left-hand corner. We have the pitchfork. We're going to click on that arrow over here. So it's the third one from the top. And then we're going to click on this Fibonacci retracement, which is going to be the 10th one from the top. So let's click on this, and then I'm going to use the default settings for you guys because this is what you are most likely to be familiar with. And then we're going to take a look at some of the settings that we can basically change a little bit, okay? So let's draw our tool over here on the left-hand corner. Let's take a look at this. So I'm going to right-click on this, go to the settings, and then I am going to change the style for this. I'm going to enable the 1.414 level, and I'm going to also enable the 1.272 level, and you can also find it over here. I also like to use the 2. I also like to use the 4 level, and also 4618 and also 3618, which is going to be on the default side of things. So as you can clearly see, these are the most important levels. Let's take a look at the 3 level as well. This one. So these are pretty much the settings that I like to use. You can, change around with it. You can play around with it. So let's take a look at this tool. So basically, the way that I like to use this tool, the traditional way of using these tools is this. So as you can clearly see, we have, let's take a look. We have this like kind of impulsive move over here, right? We have that impulsive move, and then we are going sideways. To determine this target over here, what we can do is that we can draw our fibs from here to there, or draw the fib from here to there, okay? Usually the way that I like to use it is that I draw it from here, this side, to determine that next impulsive move. And I have been finding really great success with it. So let's take a look. The usual way, the classical way of using it is going to be something like this. So you draw it from this side, you draw it all the way back down to here. And now what you see is that there are some targets over here, right? Let's not take a look at the right-hand side because we don't know what's going to happen over there. But clearly, the resistance zone that we like to see is going to be somewhere around these levels, okay? And the most important levels are 1.272 to 1.618. Those are the two levels that we are really interested in. And soon enough, you see the 1.278 to be a really interesting point over there. But another way of drawing that extension, which is the way that I like to use it, is going to be something like this. And you can clearly see that 1.618 level is going to be corresponding with this level. Usually that's a good target to have, and that's the way that I like to use it. But the classical way of using it is that you draw the impulse from the bottom of the impulsive move to the top of the impulsive move, and then determine that next move that could basically be over here. Let's take a look at another example over here. So what you can clearly see is maybe something like this. So this was the first impulsive move that we had. Right, so from here to there, but if you draw it like this, you see that the numbers are going down, so you got to draw it from the top to the bottom. And this is the first target, this is the second target, and those levels are pretty much the resistance zones that you need to be careful about, right? But another way of drawing it will be with my kind of settings. So I'm going to change these settings to this, so you can also copy it if you want. These are going to be the settings, and this is the way that it looks it. So you can pause it and do the same thing if you want. But it's basically the same thing. It's really close, right? So let's take a look. So the levels that I'm really interested in is a 214, 13, 446, 618, 786. I mean, 214 is not necessarily a level. It's usually 272. But I like 214 as well. Everybody has different levels, so you just got to play around with it and find what is working for you the most. But this is the way that I use it. So we saw the initial move, we went down, and we are trying to estimate where we can basically top at. And usually the levels are going to be between these zones as we talk about it, and specifically the 618 level, which we got really close to testing over there, right? And that's pretty much it. So let's take a look at the level that we hit it all the way up over here, which is going to be 418. You see over there? So that's not a coincidence, because these levels are a really great tool to like determine where we are moving. So let's take a look at this example. We went down, we went that impulsive move for the upside, we make this M formation, we went up, and now where can we go? So let's draw it this way now. And let's get our, let's change this to 7.2. Because that's like a level that I really like. And as well, 214 as well. But if you take a look at this, this is the zone usually where we turn from that impulsive move. And it turned out we went a lot lower than that, and we went all the way down to 272, right? So usually the most important levels that I want to tell you is the 618s, okay? Because that's the golden ratio level, 618 to 786. But 272, 1.618 is also another important level, so you can also play around with it. So if you take a look at this chart, 1.618 is like corresponding with this level. So if you can break below this level, then you would expect here, you would expect all the way down over there. And that's the way that I use this tool to understand exactly where we can move towards. So we have the impulsive move, we went down. So are we going to really go up to that level? And is that corresponding with any kind of, Fibonacci retracement levels? Then it was, it was really close to 1.272, but it didn't really perfectly hit it. Another level is this one, 618. So this one over there and this one. And what you clearly see is that, this was the area that we saw the sell to be basically occurring. That 1.618 worked out tremendously if you take a look from this impulsive move. So that's pretty much it, guys. This is the way that I like to use it. It's pretty much like when we are retracing back down over here, and if you want to enter a trade, this is the way that I use it. I take this wave over here, and I basically look for the 618 to 1.618 to determine my targets. If I enter over here, this is like a home run over here. You can literally make a lot of money by targeting with these FIB extensions 618 to 1.618 and basically ride up the momentum really efficiently. And this is pretty much what I wanted to say for this video. I hope it summarizes it. So we mentioned in this video the traditional way of using this tool, which is going to be basically drawing the fibs like this, right? And then your target is here, your target is here. But I also like to use these retracement as an extension to sometimes tweak around with it and then see the levels that are corresponding with the traditional way of using it. And I found to be a really efficient tool to use it in these consolidation periods, from the bottom of the consolidation to the top, to determine the next area of resistance that we can see on the FIB extensions. And it has been working out tremendously, so I would strongly recommend checking that out. And if you take a look at the shorter time frames as well, we can also find like these kind of examples, just like we talk about it. And this is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or anything else that you want to learn about these tools, let me know down in the comment section. And if you want to keep seeing me, talking about these technical analysis tools and other videos that can help you improve your trading, then let me know down in the comment section. And that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section, and I will see you on another video. Take it easy for now, everybody.